time. Oh my God, Elimination Chamber at 2 goddamn a.m. West Coast time. I'm not doing it. Thank God. We had all day to watch it, and that's exactly what we did. The boys are crack. We're doing another WWE review. We did an NXT one that shit to drop. That's my fault. Don't worry about it. You're dropping Kickin Bucks these this weekend. But we're back for EC. I know we'll be back for Mania when it goes down in 42 days away. Michael Cole didn't say that enough. But you know what, dude? The initial reaction on the internet is not what I got off this show. And I think Rob definitely can agree with this. Dan wasn't in the chat with us long, but we were like, what's so bad about this show? I don't see what's so bad about this. Like, it was predictable. Yeah. Totally, whatever, but that's a WWE show.
Absolutely.
Is that not a WWE show?
And this whole preconceived conception that predictable is bad is just like, no, is it really though?
No.
If it was predictable, that means it happened the way it needed to happen. So shut up.
I mean, were there some things that were kind of questionable? Yeah, but you know. Honestly, it wasn't
not
a
really
bad
for me.
And I watched it live.
Jesus,
we're doing it live.
You got up at 5 in the morning.
5 a.m. They said
did it
5 a.m.
live.
Jones over here.
5 a.m. Jones.
No,
Hey, I had to work this morning, so at 8 a.m. Eastern.
Work.
What do you mean?
might as well.
But honestly, it wasn't a bad show.
No.
Was it a great show?
No.
But it was a good show that was leading up to WrestleMania.
I'm in.
Yeah.
It's a lead up, baby.
Look at it like a chessboard. At this point with Mania, we're getting all the pieces in place.
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we set numerous matches up.
Definitely.
Harold, quick
You know
thoughts
what?
before we jump into it.
This pay-per-view is to set up WrestleMania, just like DC was saying. Putting in the chess pieces. This is exactly what Elimination Chamber did, and it served its purpose. What are you complaining about?
It did it well. It did it very well.
Stop your complaining. Stop it. Knock it off. Hey, hell, you even got it so early in the day that it did not ruin your entire weekend to watch the show. So again, what are you complaining about? You know what I'm saying? What are you truly complaining about? So let's jump into it. Started it off with the women's elimination chamber: Becky Lynch, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, a stacked, I guess, elimination chamber, if you will. Let's go with that. Raquel. I'm not trying to be mean. Did something happen? She looks different.
She has a skin condition.
She got the eczema.
Totally understood.
Really bad. She actually put up a post on her Instagram, and it was bad.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm not. It wasn't a negative thing. I was like, girl, I could have sworn you look a little different.
I don't think she can wear makeup anymore. There's a lot of things she can't do anymore. Things she can't eat. Things she can't. She got to change the whole program. Period.
I didn't know it went that deep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It went pretty bad.
I don't know if it was life-threatening, but it got pretty bad for a while. Like I think she was in the hospital for a period.
Yeah.
That I do remember that, but I wasn't too sure of what about. So to now know it's sad. Glad to see her back. She looks awesome. Keep it rocking. Speaking of people that looked awesome, I have to talk about it. First off, I'm going to go with Liv Morgan. Like, dude, if there's like an MVP you could give in this match, dude, if there's an MVP award you can give for a single match, it goes right to Liv Morgan. Oh, yeah. She was everything and then some in this match with the freaking cameo role, a co-starring role, if you will, by Tiffany Stratton. The young cats out here just showing out. They did.
Yeah, for sure. Solid showing by
it was good. It was great.
Stratton, solid showing by Liv. Like how you said, when you talk about the women's elimination chamber this year, the first person that comes to mind is Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
I think Cole had even mentioned she's been in the most chamber matches for a woman. Yeah. So this is her match. This is like basically her match now.
And hey, she has perfected the style of it because, again, she stood out the most. When you're in there with a Becky Lynch, a Naomi, a returning Naomi, mind you, and a Bianca Belair. So that's huge in itself. To talk about the match in its own right, it was fun. I had fun watching this. We had the Tiffany Stratton is the last person I ever thought would jump off of anything, let alone the top of a pod, but she does it. Looks great. Everybody was jumping off the top of a pod at one point. That looked kind of cool. Kind of like it's just a nice little homage. Her and Becky, was it Becky and I want to say it was Becky and Liv were up there at one point fighting each other. It was all good shit. I loved it. Everything about this was fun. Like I said, I want to go back to Liv because I think she had 3 eliminations in this. If I'm not mistaken, if I counted correctly, she eliminated 3 different ladies in this.
I think so.
Yeah.
And that is huge. You know what I mean? Like, so that's gigantic. She had an outstanding showing. She was a final 3. You know, if it was one of those things where she just got a win, then boom, got caught by Becky, and that was it. So, excuse me. What else stood out to you guys, obviously, besides Liv and Stratton looking as good as they did? Did anything build, speaking of the matches that build towards Mania, besides the obvious, now Becky against Rhea Ripley, what other matches do you think were built out of this?
I just gotta say one thing about Stratton, if I can. Like, she, since coming up from NXT, like, you gotta realize, every person, every woman in that Elimination Chamber was an absolute beast. You know, has absolute
facts.
You know, established stars. And what Tiffany Stratton showed is that she can hang out with the best of them.
Absolutely.
And what was it? What did Fletch say as we were watching the stream?
Yeah, she's not even in her final form.
Oh.
She's all of what?
24.
26,
25.
Wow. Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's only been wrestling, I think, two, maybe 3 years.
Yeah.
So, again, like, think about it already, dude. If she's on this level now, and then again, to go back off of DC's point, fresh off of NXT, she hadn't even been up from NXT but a year. Not even a year. So again, what does that say about her?
Yeah, she had those great matches. Yeah, she had those great matches with Becky Lynch in NXT.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's not afraid to take a bump. She's not afraid to, take a kendo stick upside the head.
Right.
No. And on top of that, and I have to say it like this just because I have to. It fits the old narrative. She fits the old narrative of she can go and she's gorgeous. She is somebody you could throw on the cover of a whatever. She can go on the cover of a Muscle and Fitness on the Sports Illustrated. Hell, if we want to go back to the 90s Playboy, but we don't do that no more because we're classy around here, mofos. You know what I mean? But she is going to be a megastar. I hate using that term. I know I don't hate using that term. That's a lie. I hate overusing that term. I hate the overexpression of that term. That's what I'm trying to drive at. But with her, I know we talked about Jade Cargill and how awesome she's going to end up being in WWE when they finally allow when they finally give her the chance to be unleashed. When they're doing that with Tiffany now. They're slowly giving her the ball. She's not getting 25 carries a game. I'm using football analogy. She's not getting 25 carries a game, but she's getting 10, and somehow she's still racking up 100 yards a game. She's just out there being a workhorse. And now without even doing the real work.
You've got,
go ahead.
And one person we haven't even mentioned this entire time, Bianca Belair, who is, granted, over as can be, and has been like the MVP of the last few like women's pay-per-view matches. We haven't even mentioned Bianca this whole time because Liv Morgan, we know, like Rob said, killing it in the EC, but Tiffany Stratton was the unexpected one that just kind of took the ball and ran with it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Bianca, we have to talk about Bianca. She is a star in her own right. She does. Now, granted, I feel she just does her now. She has a role that she's carved out. She goes in, she does it, and it's not a harp. It's not a harp. It's not a negative thing. But it's what she does now. She's become kind of niche. She could build towards a big match against somebody. Absolutely. We could probably make it happen at Mania. I'm sure she's got one coming. But in this, she just needed to be a facilitator. She needed to be the name that got over, that did the strong moves, that did the stuff. And it worked out beautifully.
Her stare down with Raquel was great. That little that reversal she did where she pushed herself off the cage into that DDT, I think it was. That looked really cool. I think the rumored matchup is actually Bianca and Tiffany.
That's
for WrestleMania, and that's not one we're gonna sleep on. That's gonna be a hell of a match.
If you sleep on it, you miss on possible history, so don't do it to yourself. Oh, my goodness. What more is there to say about this match, besides that it hit for being an Elimination Chamber match?
The women's Elimination Chamber matches have always been great. Like, there's never been a bad one.
I swear to God, we say that all the fucking time, but that's the thing that we never follow up with. There hasn't been a bad one.
It's true.
I've never seen a bad one.
I'm going to be honest, the only one I didn't really like was when Shayna Baszler came in and just fucking mauled everybody. And she ended up losing at WrestleMania.
Very quickly.
That's right. I remember that.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
I think she lost in a roll-up.
Oh, yeah.
It was something stupid.
But to be fair, that was technically a tag match because Becky Lynch was pregnant at the time. So,
speaking of Becky Lynch,
semantics.
I don't know how you guys felt about the ending, but I felt the ending was kind of shit for this match. Not just the person who won, but the way she won it, I felt was a little underwhelming.
Mad lackluster.
With the other
just
one.
Because you had the peak of Liv just on this roll, going in there, getting her third elimination, and then all of a sudden, hey, what's up? Bam, ma'am slam. Yeah. And then it was
this could allow for some fuckery during Rhea and Becky, Liv coming in and doing what Liv does.
I like that.
She's on her revenge tour after all. So
good shit.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Here's a thought, like, if you look at Rhea, she is clearly the biggest, I would say one of the biggest stars easily in the whole company. Mm-hmm. Regardless what...
Pause. My saying, as I've said it on Max, and I'll repeat it here, is she is the biggest women's wrestler in the world. I'm sorry, there's nobody bigger. I love Toni Storm, even though for some reason she got onto the worst gimmicks. We won't talk about that.
What the hell?
We won't talk about that. Uncle Dave is on some shit, but... she's bigger than that, dude. Look at the fucking pop Rhea got for Christ. Yeah, I get it's her home country or whatever, but 56,000 fucking people exploded.
I mean, honorable mention to that crowd though. That crowd was hot fire the whole time.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, so I guess what I would say is, like, do you have? Because honestly, I think if they're going like this in the Mania, they're going to boo Becky. Becky's going to get booed against Rhea. It's going to happen. So, are they slowly turning Rhea face? Like, because we all thought it was going to be Priest, but now it kind of, I don't know, maybe they called an audible and are switching it up.
Not such a bad thing.
I mean, it wouldn't be, but I guess we have to wait and see.
42 days ain't too long away, especially with all the stuff that we got going on. So, again, the lackluster finish that leads to Becky Lynch winning. She's going to go on. She will face, would likely be Rhea Ripley going on to, that's exactly what it was. She's going to face Rhea Ripley at Mania. The man versus mommy. So, mom and dad are fighting. It is what it is. Undisputed WWE Tag Title match: Damian Priest, Finn Balor against the New Catch Republic. God damn it! I wanted the New Catch Republic to win so bad, so bad.
I did too. But I think honestly, we're probably gonna get a multi-team match at Mania.
Yeah, that'll be fun,
and that's fine. I kind of don't hate it.
Me either.
Yeah. I know we mentioned it while we were watching it, but Priest has got to do something with that damn briefcase. Like, bro, you've had it for almost 8 months now.
Time's ticking.
Is that the longest somebody's held it?
I don't know anybody that's had it longer.
What's the? I really am trying to. I'm very curious on who's had it the longest.
Closest, honestly, would be the original one that Edge had, because he had it from Mania 21 till New Year's Revolution the following year, which was in January. So like March, shit. February.
Damn.
Holy shit. Okay.
So I mean, he's got till July. So
yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll see what happens after.
Yeah, he has a full calendar year.
This match was pretty good, though. I mean, it's good to see Tyler Bate and Peter Dune together
boys.
As a tag team. Yeah, big strong boys. You know, it's cool to see that representation of that style of wrestling in WWE, and
pretty strong style.
There's nothing. What else can you say about Finn and Priest together? I mean, these are two guys who work as individuals, but they work really well as a team too.
Exactly.
And holy shit, did this crowd boo the hell out of Dominic?
Dominic was working them so well.
The beauty of that.
My God.
And that's not the first time we've all mentioned this before. You know what I mean? So it just kind of emphasizes it just a tad bit more. Go ahead, D.
Honestly, like, Dom has gotten so much better. Putting him with Judgment Day was the absolute best possible thing for him.
Facts.
Like, honestly, like, it's absolute, like, it's perfect. Like, the stuff with Rhea, you just want to see somebody hit him.
You want to see everybody hit him. And when Peter and them dumped him on the outside, that was glorious. Everybody popped for it. So it's good. It's great. I love that. Like, he snatched the microphone away, and you literally could not hear anything he was saying with the microphone in his hand as he's screaming. Right. You couldn't hear shit. 56,000 plus drowned him out.
Yeah, you know what? I don't keep up with WWE as often as I should. And to be honest with you, when I started watching Elimination Chamber and I saw it was Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate against Judgment Day, I kind of popped because I was like, I didn't expect this to be on a pay-per-view. First of all, with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, I kind of just suspected them to be swept under the rug. I was pleasantly surprised to see that they got a pay-per-view spot, and the match was cool as hell. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
No, no arguments here. British Strong Style comes out well. These guys can work with anybody. They've showed it from their early fucking days in the UK to their early days in NXT UK to now. These guys can literally work with anybody. Finn can work with anybody. Priest is underutilized. I don't want to say underutilized. He's underappreciated for how good he is. Let's go with that. 100%. He's
I was going to say, especially for somebody his size.
Beautifully put. Beautifully put. I remember Punishment Martinez and how over he was and how great he was. And then I remember him signing with NXT and thinking, Punishment Martinez in WWE, I fucking love it. And it just wasn't. And it slowly morphed into something better and something that works for him. And then now, especially with the Judgment Day, works for his character. He is a big moves guy. He reminds you of a Diesel, but somebody that you actually like. You know what I mean? Everything he does has power, has emphasis. It works. And then when he does the athleticism shit, it blows your mind. When he does the martial arts, it blows your mind. He is morphed into something great. I don't know who worked with him. Good for you. Good job, though. I appreciate it.
Right.
We all appreciate it.
TV preparedness that he has.
But yeah, no, this match was really good.
I didn't expect him to transition to WWE TV so well. It's been seamless.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah.
I mean, considering how old he was when he went to NXT 2, I personally had this kind of fear that he was just going to get swept under the rug or, you know, released eventually. And, you know, I'm glad to be proven wrong with that because he's, you know, he's done a lot of really cool shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he has. Well, he has done a lot of really cool shit.
And not only that, but, you know, you had an established name with Punishment Martinez. And then I remember they announced the name Damian Priest. People thought, really? Like, that's the name? That's the name you're going with?
I remember. I think we all had that conversation. Like, of all the names you're going to give this guy, that's the name you're going to give this guy. But now look at it. Now look at how we're doing, how we're living.
Yeah.
We love the guy. Absolutely love the guy. So, again, I'm disappointed that we didn't get a tag win, but there could be numerous amounts of teams that could jump in that could definitely make an impact come Mania.
Awesome truth.
Again, 42 days away. No, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
Because you know what's going to happen.
But why'd you do it? Because now it has to happen. You have put it out there. I have heard nobody say this, and now it is out there in the ether. It's gonna happen.
Obvious. Like,
damn. Does Triple H TSK? Is it gonna happen?
Damn, Daniel. There we go. We're bringing it back 10 years.
Seriously, how can people not see this? It's obvious.
I mean, we can't see it if we don't watch WWE.
Hey, I'm about to say we're slowly getting back. So
read the results on the internet. There you go.
Oh, it says being internet. What's the old saying? Being internet, Mark? I'm just kidding. I had to do it. So, Priest with the choke slam. Balor with a coup de grace on Peter Dune. Pick up the win. Still tag champs. We'll see how it goes.
Very stiff.
Oh yeah, very stiff. We did get a whole stalling segment. Grayson Waller, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. And then, of course, the Aussie himself. I say that was the Aussie himself. No, I have to think about Austin Theory. Because goddamn Austin.
Bro, I never hit fast forward so life. I never hit fast forward so hard in my life, bro.
So fast in your life.
I said, yep.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. This was all bad. It's Cody and The Rock is going. Let's just go with the reality. It's Cody called out The Rock. He wants a one-on-one match. I don't want to get into the it was shit, okay? It was all shit. It was bad. Grayson Waller is just the drizzling shits. His own country doesn't like him, for fuck's sake. It showed. It's great. I loved it. I love that part, at least. Seth Rollins with the Prince sunglasses, top-notch, by the way, Absolutely. As
well. I did like how they panned to the crowd when Grayson came out and people were just like...
They were extremely hesitant to clap for him.
Very indifferent.
They were like, but I'm on camera.
Like, I'm surprised.
Do I get free merch if I clap?
Cheers for him.
Like, this boy's from your country. Holy crap!
They did not.
They're like, somebody else take him.
They said take him back.
They said America can have him.
Honestly,
they said America can have him.
And I've said this before. I think Theory's good. I think they honestly called both Theory and Waller up way too soon.
I agree.
Fuck yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I don't.
Grayson Waller is a live action version of some fucking 8-year-old kids create a wrestler.
You know what he is? He's the new era Baron Corbin.
No, stop it. Baron Corbin was at least decent. This guy is just shit.
He's the great value Baron Corbin. Yeah. He's great value Baron Corbin.
His finishing maneuver forces you to have to be outside the ring. For fuck's sake. What jackoff does
Waller.
that?
Grayson Waller.
What's... So, to the topic at hand, because fuck this fucking nerd. If the fucking twat points already, just because he was fucking around, dude. That's already going for Max. Twat points, baby. You don't watch Max? Twat points, baby. We take it UK style. But no, to talk about what actually the meat in this whole soup of this gimmick right here. The Rock versus Cody. When can it happen? How's it going to happen? Is it going to force this to turn into a fucking 3-way for the title at Mania?
I mean, I don't think there's any PLEs between now and Mania, so no. I mean, and I don't see them wasting this on a fucking SmackDown or a Raw.
And you know Dwayne's not working for free.
Fuck.
So guess what, baby? Did we? I could have sworn we had mentioned this. It looks like it'll probably be night 1, The Rock versus Cody, and then night 2 be the Cody versus Roman.
I mean, that's what we got to do to get to where we need to go.
So we can finish the damn story.
Oh, no.
That just seems like so much. See, I'm with Harold already. I'm just like, you lost me now, dude. Yeah, dude.
You know, I will die on this hill, but honestly, the time for Cody to beat Roman was last year.
Of course it was.
Time for The Rock to show up was last year too, but we didn't get that either.
Hey.
Like, you couldn't have had Rock come out at the very end? Like,
that's what's going to happen this year.
You couldn't have said to him, hey, he was Rock, can you show up for 5 minutes? Just a 5-minute come out, stare him down.
Especially since it was called Hollywood and it was in LA. Like, that would have been the perfect setup.
No Batista? Like, you couldn't get Dave for 5 minutes?
God.
Okay, hold on. To be the guy to answer those questions for you, I'm pretty sure there was a taping, or not taping, but there was filming of the fucking the Guardians of the Galaxy, the last one. So I'm pretty sure Dave was a no-no on that. And you already know what The Rock was doing during that time. He was over there strong-arming his way through Black Adam and ruining any superhero fucking career he has. So, no, he fucked himself. And now that's why he decided, oh, yeah, hell yeah, I'll come back this year. And now because of that, as Harold said beautifully, we're likely going to have an over-convoluted WrestleMania. But as long as it ends the way it should end, the way it should have ended last year, I don't fucking care. Just fucking finish it. Finish the story, Corey, so we can move on with our lives. Jesus Christ. Speaking of people that need to move on with their lives, I'm just kidding. Men's Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, L.A. Knight, and Kevin Owens. Oh, come on. Come on. L.A. Knight's awesome. I like L.A. Knight. So,
is he though?
I said what I said.
Yeah.
This, again, like another thing we always say, the men's match is never truly on par with the women's match. Maybe it be it that the women don't have to try as hard or something. Maybe it's less predictable. I don't know. All I know is if we're talking about standouts in the match, for a guy to be a standout for no fucking reason, knowing good goddamn well he's going to have no significant place on the WrestleMania card.
Yes.
Logan Paul works his ass
Paul
off.
and Owens made this match for me.
This guy works his fucking ass off.
Yeah.
And to hear that they're not going to have a match against each other at Mania chaps my ass.
Damn chaps.
I mean,
baby.
they got to finish their story too. They had a fantastic match at Royal Rumble, and you know, with all the fuckery involved with that, we need part 2.
Fuckery.
Where's
the fuckery buckery?
Where's my chicken parm?
Hey,
where's my chicken parm? Attaboy, Rob, tell him. Chicken parm.
The two just have great chemistry.
They really do. They really, really do. Kevin Owens brings out the best.
Always. And honestly, I think Logan Paul has shown that he belongs.
I kind of want to wrestle KO.
I'm not trying. Hey,
for sure,
he'd make us look like stars. I tell you what, but not to shit on you, D. And do not take this as a dig. He proved he was legit.
Yeah.
Last year.
I know. Well, I'm agreeing with
you. This kid proved he was the real deal a minute ago, and he's just emphasizing the point now. And now he's just rubbing it in the face of any non-believer that's still fucking out there. I don't know if anybody is still non-believing this kid.
There's probably one.
There's always one.
With each person in this chamber match, Logan Paul had the rhythm. Never at any point did it feel like a non-wrestler was in there with wrestlers. He had chemistry with almost everybody. He had the rhythm with almost everybody, especially with KO.
Yep.
But Drew McIntyre was working with him. Orton was working with him. It was just all around. His performance was fantastic.
Oh,
yeah.
It was.
I kind of want to see him work with Gunther.
Let's see it.
Ooh.
I mean, because there was an interview with Gunther a while back, and he was actually praising Logan Paul. And, he's been very critical of celebrities in wrestling in the past. And for him to acknowledge and say,
crucial
he's earned
wrestlers in the past.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he has earned it. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. So to get into this one a little bit, we obviously have the guys jumping off of the pod shit. Logan, again, I have to emphasize Logan. Just Logan had him and KO absolutely had the momentum. They had you wanting them to have a singles match, and then it would spill off into, okay, well, now you're gonna go up against LA Knight for a little bit, then you're gonna break. But it kept coming back to them, emphasizing them, and it just I loved it. The LA Knight, what was it? The LA superplex spot I kind of liked. LA Knight's he's got something that I really like, but then he's just, I don't know what it is. He's over, but he also can easily get lost in the shuffle without even trying. You bring up LA Knight's name and you're like, oh yeah, I like LA Knight. We'll have a conversation about LA Knight. But then the second anybody else talks, hey, brings up Kevin Owens, a Logan Paul, unfortunately, and LA Knight eventually just goes all the way out of your mind. We stop talking about him. He becomes an afterthought. In this match, for a little bit, he became an afterthought.
I think it was actually when, and I think we kind of talked about this individually, when Cody came back. That kind of pushed LA Knight down. CM Punk's back now. LA Knight goes a little further down. As these people start coming back, LA Knight just goes a little further down. Like, this guy was literally probably the biggest face in the company at one point. Like, he had the number 1, 2, and 3 merch spots on the for a while.
I think you're right. Yeah,
like.
Well, for a
long ass time, and now he's like slowly moving down the card. Like we all figured the Mania match would be LA Knight and Logan Paul for the U.S. title, because if you're not going to put him in the World Heavyweight title, let's get him going in something, and that looks like that's not going to be the case.
Instead, we're getting Logan and Randy. Which, again, immediately, and there was some people, there's some boys for the Max guys, some guys at the TSK that are already like, so what, Logan's going to beat Randy? Well, yeah. What, you're really going to, so Randy is going to win his 19th fucking U.S. title? What does Randy need a mid-card belt for? This isn't John Cena in the hopes of a John Cena Open Challenge and the nostalgia feel that comes with it. This is Randy Orton. This is main event heavyweight champion, 15-time heavyweight champion, Randy Orton.
Which hopefully, I hope he was selling the hell out of his back injury, because that looked pretty bad.
Yeah. Him and his back and his neck have always been a problem. His shoulders have been a problem. Hell, he was out for a year with his neck, if I'm not mistaken. So it's scary. But let's talk about the guy that won, Drew McIntyre.
Before we do that, we gotta touch on Alan Jacked Styles.
Like Alan Jacked Styles.
He just came in out of nowhere and beat the brakes off of LA Knight. Like, that
love it.
That and that sounds like that's going to be our WrestleMania match. LA Knight against AJ Styles.
Not the worst.
Which it's not the worst, but
you talk about guys bringing out the best in guys. AJ Styles.
He got a decent match out of
Big Daddy Styles.
Yeah.
He made James Ellsworth look good.
Yeah.
Stop it! Why another one? Another, god damn it, DC!
It's the goatee. It's DC is officially turned. He's turned heel.
It's turned like superhero, like old school heel. That's how you know it's the goat.
Hey, I couldn't be the only TSK member without the.
No, I can't say I blame you. You're about to say you had to jump on the wagon eventually, right?
I feel like in this match, kind of what detrimented LA Knight's kind of presence in the match is everybody had something going on, and I felt like Drew. It felt like his match to win, so it was kind of like, okay, Drew, this is his match to win. Mm-hmm. Orton, he came out, he looked like $1,000,000 for his age, for his experience. He looked amazing. KO and Logan Paul had their chemistry going on. The only people that really didn't have kind of something going was Lashley and LA Knight. AJ evened that out, brought something out in the LA Knight, so that's obviously something to look forward to. Lashley kind of just was filler. Like I said, Drew McIntyre felt like this was his match to win. He looked fantastic in the winning, and I kind of just felt like he just, played the role, and he's just biding his time to get his big Mania match.
Damn, I forgot Lashley's match.
I was just gonna say
the reason he was put in the match initially was supposed to be Bronson Reed, but I guess Bronson Reed's wife went into labor early, so they told she was supposed to have the baby anytime, so that's why he wasn't on the show.
Anytime happened.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. So again, Drew McIntyre's going on. He's going to be going against Seth Rollins, World Heavyweight Championship match at Mania. Don't hate it, but we've talked about it for a while. Seth's injured, mad injured. Time for him to go away for a little bit, get healed. Drew looks like the guy that could definitely carry the company for a little bit. I was even making the stupid joke, just give it to Logan. Hey, who better to be your secondary champion than the biggest YouTube star in history outside of Mr. Beast? But yeah.
If not him, give it to the biggest hater in the game right now, Drew McIntyre.
There it is, the biggest hater in the game. I love it. I love it a lot, a whole hell of a lot.
And the shirt. Speaking of love, shout out Drew's new shirt.
It was cool.
The shirt.
The merch department is the shit, bro. The merch department is the shit. This guy's been on a rant, or on a tyrant on his fucking Twitter, like putting mustaches back on Cody and shit. I love the meme that's going around where it looks like he was doing it and then he fucking paints the goddamn Stardust.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the best one. Okay, so, and I'm going to do this, and I'm waiting for any backlash or hate, but speaking of probably the best, this was likely the best Nia Jax match I've ever seen. Against Rhea Ripley, the most over person in all of Australia tonight. Again, prior to this, Triple H came out, said the number was 52,000. I've been saying 56,000, but give him some extra. 52,590. It was not a sold-out house. I don't ever want to hear you fuck say that they sold out the joint. They did not sell out the joint.
I still think he made up the number.
That was not 52,000.
He was kind of guessing 52,549.
That's what they told me.
Yeah, he's an old man. What do you want?
As a guy that watches European football on a weekend basis, I see about what 60,000 plus looks like. That wasn't even close to 50. All right, it wasn't even close to 50. That's probably about 48, maybe 47 on a good day.
Fucking stadium, like holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Gigantic. I think they say it could fit like 100 or 80 plus. I think is what it said, 85,000 or something like that. So, gigantic. So, again, to go back to the match, probably the best Nia Jax has looked in a while. Rhea Ripley looking like a 1980s babyface. I refuse to die. I got... And again, I'm going to get some shit. I got some Hulk Hogan vibes on this one. But I cannot decipher if this was WWF Hulk Hogan or this was WCW Hulk Hogan. Because... Either one would look dominant. I'm going to go WCW just because of the heelish, the over dominance, the use of the big moves, the leg drops, the outside, the stuff on the outside, the big moves, the taking your sweet ass time. That felt WCW to me. And then that would, in this instance, make Rhea Ripley sting. I know we're going to bridge the AEW WWE gap for a little bit, but it would make her sting. As in the babyface that refused to die. No matter what it is you hit her with, she refused to die. Taking a goddamn monitor to the spine and then getting hit with a fucking 6-year-old's elbow drop off the couch. Which she's okay. As a wrestling fan, I've always said, hey, I wonder if somebody will fucking do like an elbow drop off the chair. And fucking Nia Jax does it. And this chair's fucking wobbling, bro. And it's fucking shaking.
Yeah,
and I'm like, she's going to fall. And then, again, like every 6-year-old's ever done off the couch in the living room, whack. The crappiest elbow drop you've ever seen, but it was effective.
Annihilated the desk.
Bro. First it was I am the table. Then she does the fucking elbow off of the office chair, which is about 1.5 feet off the ground. And you could tell, she just put her weight into it. Ooh.
She's clobbered her. Just clobbered the poor girl. Just squished her to death. But this was, a good match. Rhea shows pure strength, battling a bigger opponent in Nia Jax. She attempted to get the Riptide off twice. She couldn't do it. Was able to hit the third one. The crowd goes fucking bananas when she hits it. After, of course, a great, huge, big superplex that nobody really went up for. They just kind of just did the move and went on with life. But that's okay. That's okay. It is what it is. Rhea looks good. And that was the idea of this. Rhea looks awesome. As I pointed out, it's the man versus mommy coming at WrestleMania. It's going to be one of the biggest women's matches we've had in a long while. And I think we've already kind of emphasized it beautifully. Becky's more than likely going to end up the heel in this one. And I don't necessarily hate that. Yeah. It's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? You're going to have the overconfident former champion go in there of you think you're this, you think you're that. That's going to be like The Rock all over again. I'm so confident because I am the man that who the hell do you think you are kind of mentality. And it'll work. And when Rhea wins again after getting a huge win in her home country and probably another huge win come WrestleMania, the biggest women's star in the world can only stay on top even longer. And I don't see her coming down no time soon. I mean, I know I'm already pre-predicting fucking Mania, but that's just where I'm at. There is nobody on the level right now of a Rhea Ripley. Like I said, we talk about on the other show Toni Storm and how good she is. She couldn't touch her. She can't touch Rhea Ripley. I'm sorry. I love Toni Storm. I love her style. I love the gimmick right now. I love everything about it. I do. I think it's awesome. It brings a different dynamic to AEW. But she ain't Rhea Ripley. Deonna Purrazzo is fantastic. She's one of the greatest technical female wrestlers on the planet today. She ain't Rhea Ripley. You can go on and on with any other name out there. She ain't Rhea. And she's what's the old saying back in the day? She's the cat's pajamas. I don't know why cats have pajamas, but she's
Can I just say, for the wrestling fans out there,
absolutely,
Nia Jax hit a stretch muffler in this match. Not only is it worth seeing to see Nia Jax do a stretch muffler, but Rhea Ripley's cheeks while in the stretch muffler. Lord, it is worth seeking out, bro.
Lord,
2 for 1, get you.
I'm about to say, we always talk about AEW cameraman needing a raise. This guy obviously either knows somebody in AEW, came from AEW, something.
Get yourself.
He understood the assignment. He did. He understood the assignment. Oh, gosh. So speaking of the assignment, that was our assignment. 4 matches covered. Not that hard, not that difficult. We got into it. 42 days away from WrestleMania, as I've said before, and we're going to jump into that whole bit when we get to it. We do have a little stop on the way with AEW coming in about, next Sunday, actually, next week. when we got to deal with Revolution. Jesus Christ, good God Almighty, is that card stacked? So there's a whole lot more coming with us, but of course, before we get out of here, let's find out what everybody else has been up to. Rob, what's the haps? What's the deal? I had Mike on, or I had on Mike. Max had Mike on a couple weeks ago. It was great. It was awesome. It was fun. The TSK is rubbing off on him. I don't know how. I don't know why, but it is, and it's working, and I like it. So what's the haps with you and Mike?
Well, we're gonna keep rubbing it off because we're actually gonna be recording Yeah, I said what I said.
Get your baby wipes.
That's all it is. But we're actually going to be recording another episode of Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling with Larkin, myself, and the Demoness, Nicola McDonald. We're actually going to be recording that tomorrow. So that should drop a few days after that. I've got some stuff that I've been working on myself, which should be dropping soon on my social medias, which if you want to find them, linktree/hey, it's Rob.
Hey, it's Rob. Darn tootin'. So DC, besides the lovely goatee, you two working with Mike, you have your own stuff going on. What's the haps? What's the word?
We're supposed to be recording.
Are you just completely evil now? What's the word?
We're supposed to be recording this week at some point. I have another episode of my show starting tomorrow. Going to be dropping that tomorrow, hopefully.
Right.
Yeah, the last episode Larkin and I did, we had managers. We did some of the best, going from, old school to new school with everybody's favorite, Prince Nana.
Hey.
Swerving. People swerving when they drive out here. Teddy was talking all about it all through the Discord. Harold, what's the haps? I know you. I swear you just dropped one. I got a notification on my YouTube.
We just dropped a new episode for the win, which got LA Times best rated smash burger in Los Angeles. We hit it up in Whittier. Not only do they got the smash burgers, bro, let me tell you, they got Brussels sprouts that will make you sprout yourself.
What?
It is the Too Sweet Click. If you like food, you on the veggie life. Events, happenings in Los Angeles, hit us up, Too Sweet Click on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You'll love it. Wow.
Yeah. Check the hell out. Get your veggies, get your smash burger, and you want to check out the Too Sweet Click Adventures. You want to do it because, one, he's not only checking out play, it's all the LA County. So it's up and down LA. So when you all are coming out here to go to Hollywood Studios and to Disneyland, these are the places you got to check out. They're right there on the joint. Hell, I'll even throw one out there. You got to check out Paul's place. If you don't do it, you're losing out on yourself. One of the best gourmet hamburgers you'll ever have in your goddamn life. I promise you that. One of these days, hell, I'll do a review if I got to.
Approved.
Anyway, you already know. There it is, baby. You already know what it is. You got to check out Max each and every Thursday, as you do right here on the beautiful YouTube page for Max Wrestling. And now the TSK is dropping some more for you. Whole bunch dropping this weekend. Whole bunch. A lot of stuff had fallen behind due to audio issues, as I've said for weeks on end. And I promise you, these fucking audio issues are an absolute nightmare. But I'm a genius, and they're all fixed. Editing is being finished. A wide variety of shows will be dropping this weekend, from the strong arming of WWE by The Rock to the people refusing to go unheard and the changing back of WrestleMania. We have an NXT review that should have dropped last week. Well, guess what? You get 2 WWE reviews that get to happen as well. So a whole lot of shit going on. A whole hell of a lot of crap. Actually, it wasn't NXT. Not TNA. I was just going to say TNA. NXT. But yeah. So a whole lot of shit happening. And then, like I said, we're coming right back again next Sunday with Revolution. Boy almighty. It's going to be fun. Sting's last match. Possible crowning of Swerve Strickland. We all might start swerving when we drive. And as long as we do it safely, we'll get on home. So speaking on that, we're going to get on out of here. Too sweet of a fam. Let's jump on back and we'll see y'all next Sunday.